What's up, Knighthawks fans, and welcome into Hawk Talk, where every single week, I, Susie Cole, will be sitting down with Knighthawks General Manager Dan Carey talking about the scoop on what's going on with the Knighthawks going into the week. But it's the first week, Dan, so let's just talk generals, right? What are you most excited for going into this season?
I think every season brings on like a new energy, and we have some new faces on our team, some guys that are returning, and just kind of seeing how they gel together. But we're really excited about the new group. Still think there's a lot of learning potential for us and a lot of growth. So we're really excited. It's a new year. See some new faces mesh with the guys that have been here for the last couple of years.
You mentioned a lot about the new faces. Who are some of those new faces that people back at home can be really, really excited to watch?
You know, we traded for Connor Fields. I think that's probably a big one for us. I think he's a lot different than what we have, and very dynamic player. He's got a lot of great qualities about him, and he's excited to be here. We signed Brad Gillies as a free agent in the offseason as well, and I know he's going to be a great, veteran presence and transition player for us. And I think there's a lot of other new faces that are going to get an opportunity to play for us. Austin Hazen, who we drafted in the first round this year, and then Thomas Vela, who was our second round pick. So those two guys offensively, they're going to get an opportunity to see some minutes this year, and we're excited to see them.
When you look at the new faces like Fields and Gillies, and then you add them to a mix with forward Ryan Smith or transition player Ryland Reese, what are the expectations for this team?
I think we have to still, we are excited about this group, but we still have to be cautious of our expectations. I know internally we expect a lot, and I think, kind of seeing where we are after the first few games, we dealt with some injuries last year, and it looks like this year we're going to start the season with some injuries as well. But for now, I think expectations are high. We're a very competitive group, and it shows, in some of the games that we may be losing, and we see that fight that we have in us, and it shows that guys really care.
Speaking of games, game one is this week against the Georgia Swarm. How do you set a game plan amidst all of those injuries?
We have to have that next step mentality, and there's a lot of excitement, right? We have a great opportunity ahead of us to start the season off right, and I think this is one of those opportunities that we have to really focus on the moment and making sure that we are providing ourselves with the best opportunity to win. So there's a lot of excitement game one. I think whoever's in the lineup has to be ready to go and perform.
Dan, thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on our first episode of Hawk Talk. The Hawks are in action this Saturday against the Georgia Swarm in week one of National Lacrosse League action for the 22-23 season. We'll see you next week, Knighthawks fans.